You're going to come across a lot of people who have a problem with you being there. They're going to have a problem with you being in that commanding position where you demand respect and you're not backing down from anything, and you're going to stand your ground and you're going to do it. It's nothing, it's no problem to you, right? You're going to have a problem with people feeling um, unnerved by your presence and finding it so threatening that they start acting out in different ways because they can't deal with it. They cannot deal with your presence. They cannot deal with your bright aura. They cannot deal with your, once again, commanding stance. It's not even that you're trying to be rude. It's just your natural strong aura demands respect. And people are going to be feeling very threatened by this. They're going to be feeling threatened whenever you walk in the room and you have something good to say or you have something real to say. You're going to have people having something slick to say back, or something derogatory to say back, something that has a negative connotation because they don't like that you speak your mind, or they don't like that you make sense. You know what I mean? They're not going to like the fact that you speak on things that a lot of people shy away from. You just do that. You just speak on things that you feel like people really need to know, or people really need to hear the real matters of the world, right? The real things that are going on. Your presence is a threat. Your presence at the workplace, people are going to feel threatened by you because you just being there sets the stage for what greatness looks like. And people are starting to see in that workplace that you're not backing down, that you have a lot of skills, talents, and abilities that they feel rival theirs. And so they feel like their position at that workplace is starting to become shaky or unstable because you have that stability, or because you have that growth that the boss is recognizing, or that people are noticing and respecting. You're going to have people at that workplace who have a problem with you. Every time you show up, every time you clock in, it's like beef. It's like problems after problems, micromanaging, you name it. They've probably done it to try to intimidate you, but it's because they feel intimidated. Or what about these family members, right? These family members who, every time you're around or every time you show up, they have this attitude, this different demeanor. Their demeanor switches. They behave strangely because they feel that, you're someone of a strong character, and they're intimidated by your words, by your stance, by your skills, by your level of intelligence, right? By your truthfulness and humbleness, by your hard work ethic, by your elevation. Family members are going to treat you like they're scared of you. They're going to act like they're scared and intimidated, or that they have to do something to boot you out of your spot, or even try to do smear campaigns on you, try to get other family members in on it too, hoping that the entire bloodline looks down on you, or the entire lineage thinks of you in a poor way, hoping that everybody in that family starts thinking twice about your character. Anytime you show up, people might be looking at you up and down, having some kind of attitude, looking at you funny, whispering, all right? It's like you probably have seen it, these inappropriate gestures that do not match you showing up. Is that all it takes? You know what I mean? Is that all it takes for you to just show up and for your presence to be felt, and everything shifts, everything switches, everybody switches? It is, that threatening aura that you have that is unintentional. It's not that you want to be this way. It's not that you're trying to be mean. In fact, you're the optimistic one. You're the one who has more of an enriching characteristic about you that people around you, they don't have. So it's like, while you're being optimistic, people are seeing you in a pessimistic way, or seeing your presence in a negative way. And it's like they want to act a certain type of way with you because they don't like who you are, or what you bring, or what you stand for. Your presence is threatening. Your presence is jarring. Your presence is, it seems like only to a small ratio of people do those people find you great. It seems like there's a higher ratio or a higher percentage of people who look down on you, or look down on who you are as a person, what you stand for as an individual. It's unfortunate because we're trying to do all the right things, but people around us may not be seeing it like that. It's these very things like doing the right things and reinventing yourself and making better choices and moving to the beat of your own drum is what has people feeling threatened. They know when it comes to you, you're doing you. When it comes to you, you're real. When it comes to you, like, you don't fake it. You don't have to fake it. You don't have to add that extra fluff that a lot of people around you do. They have to add the extra fluff. They have to have people around them all the time. They appoint these cheerleaders around them, flying monkeys, people who will ride for them and stand up for them, even if they're standing up for all the negative things or standing up for a negative person. They'd rather have that. While you don't need that. You don't need a move like that. You're good on your own. You're solid. You stand 10 toes down. That's another quality about you that people find triggering. Is like, how can you stand by yourself? How can you demand that much presence by yourself, showing up by yourself? You don't need nobody out here. You don't need nobody to do nothing for you, right? You just show up, you just stand out, right? And there's people who are completely bamboozled by that. They're completely flabbergasted by that because they don't have the same cadence as you. They're triggered by you. They're triggered by your presence, your aura. They're triggered by you, how you shine bright, and you do it by yourself. You don't need the fluff. Your whole being, your whole existence is the real deal. You're the giant. You're the real one, right? People are going to be threatened by you. Your presence is off-putting to many people. They feel put off by your strong stances, by your real talks, by your humble nature, by your hard work, by your accolades, by the way that you talk, the way that you present yourself, the fact that people know you're very strong, highly intelligent. It all has to do with the presence you carry. All of that, your presence encompasses all these themes that I am discussing here. And if you think about all these positive themes, all these positive characteristics that you have culminated into one ball, you're going to have a lot of outsiders, people outside of you, who are going to be threatened by you, because when you show who you are, you pull up, you show up to the workplace, to the family function, to the seminar, whatever the case might be, and people know that you have these characteristics, they're going to be behaving in an odd way. They're going to be behaving in a way that triggers them or bothers them or makes them feel incompetent around somebody like you. So they start acting up, they start acting out. And it's like, what did I do? Keep shining bright, all right, everybody? Keep shining bright, because your presence is a threat. And it's going to continue to be a threat to people who are not confident in themselves. So you want to remain confident, keep that confidence intact, keep that humbleness intact as well, and make sure that you continue to find out more about yourself. Because the more you find out about yourself, the more you will inevitably grow, and you will continue to shine more than you can even imagine. Because when you know who you are, you cannot be controlled. When you know who you are, nobody can come up against you. No weapons formed against you shall prosper. When you know who you are, and you're in control of your mind, and you go through the motions, you know what you want, you know what you don't want, you know what you like, what you don't like, you know what you'll take, what you won't take. This is setting you apart. This is setting you apart from people who are more so with the herd, more so with the being controlled, more so being tricked, into into delusions, while you're living in reality, because you know yourself, and your presence is strong, and your presence is jarring, your presence is bright, but triggering and threatening to a high percentage of people. So remain true to yourself and continue to love yourself. Continue to love the person that you are, who you've become. Appreciate the hard work you've done along the way. Even if nobody tells you, I'm telling you on the Mindset Elevator, be happy with who you are. Be happy with what you've come into. Be happy. Don't change yourself for nobody. Don't dumb yourself down for other people to feel like they could shine now. Everybody could shine if they want to shine, but don't change yourself. Don't dumb yourself down to make people around you more comfortable, because that's when you get controlled, because you lose yourself. Don't lose yourself, everybody. Your presence is beautiful. All right, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by on the Mindset Elevator. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here, taking the time to watch all the videos and to engage on the streams and as well as the community posts. I'm so thankful for all of you, no matter what how the mindset elevator continues to progress. I will remember a lot of you. I feel deeply connected to a lot of you here, and I, no matter how it grows or how it goes, I will always, always, always be very, very, very grateful that you guys have really strengthened this channel. And it's a blessing. It's a huge, huge blessing to me. So I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Let it be known if you feel like your presence is triggering, or if you feel like your presence is threatening people around you, and please share these details or these stories of why that would be, or how do you know this to be. Okay, I'd love to read it, as well as a lot of people in the community would love to read it too. Okay, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys soon, and take care.